came here in 2005, I found a job in a restaurant in Melbourne. And then we decided, because I wasn't going anywhere, we decided to go back in Italy to improve my resume. I found this place in Padua called Accademia Barilla. We spent 4.5 years there, working there, and was really, in terms of experience, was great, because it was like doing an apprenticeship, getting paid first, properly. And but I was lucky because I've been working with chefs from Italy, France, Spain, all over Europe, and it wasn't necessary to move around or travel. They were coming to us to do their demo, show their things, and I was there helping out. So it was, in terms of experience, was great.
We noticed that from the time we arrived, very welcomed. We had a stall at the farmers market. So when we first, Matteo came down to help a friend of mine out for a month, and so we had Sophia, who was one at that stage when we first moved back to Australia, and I was pregnant with Filippo. And Matteo had this great idea that we would have a stall at the farmers market on Saturdays, so he was working full time, and we did fresh pasta, nougat, biscotti, piadina, things like that. And so Friday nights we would be up until midnight. He'd come home from work, finishing dinner, come home, we'd be packing up, the hand wrapping the amaretti and weighing the pasta, portioning the pasta, and at the farmers market at 6:30 to set up the stall and finish our stall at the market. Then he'd go to work at the Novotel, and I'd go home and spend a week trying to recover. But that was our sort of way of getting our network in the Barossa, and a lot of our friends and most of our suppliers we met that way. And I remember Jan Angus said to us from Hutton Vale, if we ever wanted to do something beyond the farmers market stall, if we wanted to set up a business, bricks and mortar business, then there'd be support for us, and that was true, because for people that aren't from the region, quite new to the region, we were and still are really well supported by locals. Not necessarily coming in here on a regular basis, but they'll send people, or they'll be suppliers, or if we can't get our salad, then someone at the Lorelei will organise for someone to drop off our salad order for the week, or someone brings in a tray of quinces, or it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, market is probably it is a sort of blessing for this business, and because again, beautiful ingredients, fresh produce, that makes my life in the kitchen here a bit easier. I need skills for technique and flavor combination, otherwise I'd be useless. But I start already with a good produce, and that again, this week we're having porcini from Adelaide Hills. They will be served just tossed in the pan with oil, salt, pepper, and fresh pasta. That's it.
I knew that Matteo was a really good teacher from his time in academia. All the comments in the comments book were always raving about Matteo, and you could always hear people laughing in the room, in the kitchens. And so I thought, well, there's no cooking school here. Why don't we do a cooking school? The produce is amazing. You're a good teacher. You're Italian. Why don't we try that? And everyone was saying, oh, that's risky. Or, that's a big gamble. And I was very nervous. But I thought, what have we got to lose? We didn't come out to Australia with very much money, and we didn't have many belongings. We didn't have anywhere really to live. We were staying with a friend of ours. But, a bit of family support and support from new friends. And, I think we're still quite, sort of sit back sometimes and think, oh, are we really doing this?
Focus on the Italian cuisine. I love making fresh pasta, to show people how to make fresh pasta, because that's what I've been brought up with, and I think there's a lot of things to say about. It's pretty, cultural, a very deep cultural thing. Nothing wrong with other cuisine. I really have no idea I have just a rough idea about international cuisine.
Yeah.
But I'm focused on the Italian one, and I can do that here because the produce are amazing. So in Italy, if you have good produce, you don't even need to cook. If you have good buffalo mozzarella, for example, fresh tomato, fresh basil, put extra virgin olive oil, a piece of bread, you have a meal, and it's amazing. I found the same chances here to recreate the Italian flavors with beautiful produce from the Barossa. It's not mozzarella, but I can find it in New South Wales. No, I'm happy. It's the right spot to be for something like this.